Astronaut says to NASA, hundreds of UFOs surround me. I've never seen anything like this, according to claims. Is first contact or something else? John Glenn said, they're all over the sky. This is Friendship 7. I will try to describe what I'm experiencing at this moment. I'm in the middle of a great mass of very small particles, bright as if they were luminescent. I never saw anything like it. They round out a bit. They come through the capsule, and look like little stars. The whole shower of them I see. They come through the capsule? And it's an incredible audio file you can check out here, where you can hear the astonishment of astronaut John Glenn after his capsule was surrounded by countless strange UFOs. The audio transmission can easily be described as one of the most amazing evidence of mysterious alien presence during manned missions into space. The audio file allows us to listen to a small part of the conversation between Mercury Atlas 6 MA6 capsule, piloted by John Glenn and Capcom on February 20th, 1962, the first manned orbital mission of the United States. Launched from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida, it completed a successful 3-orbit mission around the Earth, reaching a maximum altitude of approximately 162 statute miles and an orbital speed of approximately 17,500 miles an hour. That's as fast as an asteroid. The Mercury spacecraft Friendship 7 landed in the vicinity of Grand Turk Island. Mission duration from launch to impact was 4 hours, 55 minutes, and 23 seconds. In the audio file, Mr. Glenn referred to his capsule as Friendship 7 and can be heard describing what a brilliant blue horizon looks like behind him as the sun approaches sunrise. And then suddenly he realizes that something peculiar is happening around him as he is intercepted, quote unquote, by countless UFOs that have engulfed his pod. And here's a transcript of the event below in the video. John Glenn, this is Friendship 7. He is blinded by the scope in the clear. It started right when I hit that mark. I go to the dark filter to see it appear. Capcom, Roger. John Glenn, this is Friendship 7. I will try to describe what I'm seeing here. It looks like a large mass of very small particles, which are brightly illuminated as if they were luminescent. I never saw anything like it. They round out a bit. They come by the capsule and look like little stars. The whole rain of them coming at me. And John Glenn said, they go around the pod, they go in front of the window, and they're all brilliantly lit. They probably average maybe 7 or 8 feet apart, but I can also see all of them below me, he said. Intrigued by the events, Capcom asked Glenn to describe the objects and if they were impacting his spacecraft. Capcom, Roger, Friendship 7, can you hear any impact with the capsule? Short. John Glenn, negative. They're very slow. They're not going to take me more than 3 or 4 miles an hour. They are going at the same speed that I am approximately. They're just way below my speed. Short. John Glenn, yeah, they have a different movement from me because they swirl around the pod and then they move away along the path I'm looking for. And John Glenn says, are you receiving? Short. There are literally thousands of them. Having described the objects, Glenn receives no response from Capcom and wonders if he is in contact with someone as he continues to talk through the strange objects around his spaceship. John Glenn, this is Friendship 7. Am I in contact with anyone? Short. Eventually, almost 5 minutes into describing the event, Capcom responds saying that Glenn sounded a bit confused and was asked what his oxygen levels were. Strangely, Capcom did not address the strange occurrences with Glenn, who explains that the mysterious particles are still around the spaceship. After noticing that Capcom is not responding, Glenn decided to photograph the mysterious objects. Capcom then asks him how big the particles were and if they were moving or floating with him. Capcom suggests that the particles may have come from the spacecraft, but Glenn said that this was not the case. Interestingly, after the successful orbit of Friendship 7, another astronaut aboard the Aurora 7 capsule named Scott Carpenter also saw the mysterious objects in space. NASA scientists eventually looked into the mystery and concluded that the objects seen in space were just ice particles trapped by sunlight. NASA claimed that the ice had built up on the outside of the capsule and that what the two astronauts saw were free-floating ice particles. However, Mr. Glenn was not convinced by the explanation. During his second orbit, he reported seeing objects again for miles in each direction. What do you think? Did Glenn have a sensory experience, or was it really the ice? Will we ever know? This is on Collective Spark. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.